Long before the transatlantic slave trade brought African slaves to North America, Europeans enslaved indigenous people.
Christopher Columbus lands and wreaks havoc on indigenous communities. And in those ships heading back to Europe, he returns with enslaved individuals, captive indigenous people.
Slavery is as old as human history itself. At first, Native Americans were enslaved, but then the Crown and the Church decided that you couldn't enslave Native people.
This forgotten slavery thrived in the Southwest with the arrival of Spanish explorers. The Kingdom of New Mexico became the epicenter of conflict between Pueblo warriors, nomadic Indians, and Spanish soldiers. Young boys were forced to fight for their captors. They were children of war, first generation Genizaro.
Genizaro blood runs deep in the soil.
Genízaros were actually trained to be warriors.
If you captured them as children, they could be integrated into the culture easily.
The word in different forms is actually pre-Roman.
Comes from janissary. That is what the Ottoman Turks had. They would take little Christian boys and they would raise them as soldiers. They would put these Genizaro soldiers in front.
Being native, they knew they were different than the regular population.
Tribal cultures and traditions destroyed.
It's always traumatic and difficult to have somebody show up in a violent way and say, we're going to change you.
Women and children were taken captive, bought and sold at trade fairs, and enslaved in Spanish households.
Genízaros cannot specifically identify a tribe because that was stolen when their ancestors were stolen.
We experience what's called susto. And susto is a soul wound.
Our history is immensely diverse. You know, we grew up with a church and we grew up in a pueblo.
Hispanic, Native American culture.
It's our role to bring our relatives out of the shadows and into the light.
After 300 years of living in the shadows of history, descendants of forgotten slaves are stepping into the light to reclaim their rightful place as indigenous people of New Mexico.